In this week, Parsha Shelach, we encounter the tragic story of the spies and the dreadful punishment Bnei Yisrael suffers due to the failure of the spies' mission. Hashem tells Moshe in chapter 14, verse 34, "Because the spies caused Bnei Yisrael to rebel against me, Bnei Yisrael will wander for 40 years, 1 year for each day of the spies' mission." Rabbi Weiss asked, why was Bnei Yisrael punished for 40 years, when essentially it was only the last day of their mission did the spies sin, when they shared their negative report with Moshe and the nation? Rabbi Weiss answers that the spies were not punished for the conclusion of their report, but for the negative attitude in which they set out from the very beginning of their mission. Rashi comments on chapter 13, verse 26, on the Gemara in Sota 35a, that from the very start of their mission, they already had resolved to bring back an evil report. Ma bi yasan be'etz ra'ah, af hali chasan be'etz ra'ah. The spies had a preconceived notion that entering Eretz Yisrael was not a good idea. When prejudice is present in one's thinking, it prevents objectivity. In other words, prejudice distorts one's reality. The spies report that the land, Eretz Yisrael, consumes its inhabitants. Eretz Acheles Yashveha. Rashi in chapter 13, verse 32 comments, "The people of Canaan were preoccupied with burying their dead as to distract them from noticing the alien spies in their land." Hashem created distraction to protect the spies. Yet the spies, through the lens of prejudice, they were unable to recognize the Chesed Hashem, but saw it as an additional negative evidence in which to fuel their evil intentions. Perhaps the antidote for prejudice can be found at the conclusion of our parsha with the mitzvah of tzitzis. Hashem commands us to look at our tzitzis and to be reminded not to be led astray by the prejudices of our heart and eyes, but to trust and to direct our lives by the clarity of Torah and mitzvot. Every morning, in the second blessing of the Shema, we recite the words V'yached levavenu, lahava liyirat shemecha. Hashem, unite our hearts with love and fear to your name. Dr. Eli Monk, in his Sefer The World of Prayer, says this is a request to achieve ethical perfection in ourselves, to live a life absent of prejudice, devoted to sincerity, to unite one heart with love and fear of Hashem. As we enter Shabbat, my bracha to all of you is that we achieve those words that we find and say in all four of the Shabbat Amidot. V'taher libenu l'avdecha b'emes. Hashem, purify our hearts to serve you in truth. Shabbat Shalom.